What's up, everybody? I'm Dylan.
And I'm Julia, and welcome to SEC at Home,
where we invite you into our home and we talk SEC college football. We are up to week 3 in the conference.
Yes.
Lots of games going on this week. This is our first prediction video.
Yes, we've had several technical difficulties the past couple weeks, but we think we might finally have a
If you watched
good week.
the last videos, our reaction from week 2 video, you knew that we had some technical difficulties.
We had technical difficulties the first week, but it comes with the process.
Yeah, we digress. We're learning. Huge matchups this week. We're going to get to them, but first, like, subscribe, hit that like button, send it to a friend, grab your mama's phone, your grandma's phone, hit that subscribe button. We don't care. This is the only time we will tell you to steal something, but just for a shorter period of time. All right. Going in, we're going to talk about these cupcake games first. We're going to blow through those. We're going to pick the winners. Not much to talk about here. SEC teams should win. I'm curious to see what games we actually pick SEC teams to lose in this.
I think we've decided we're going to have us a little competition.
She wants to have a competition. She's trying to prove something. I don't know.
Intuition. I'm trying to prove intuition.
We'll see.
We're going to see between the two of us who picks the most games correctly each week. And I would be willing to consider keeping a running tab of throughout the whole season.
You guys tell us in the comments what the winner should get.
Oh.
Yeah, let's make it interesting. Yeah, we'll do whatever.
Give me something good.
Yeah, we'll do something. You guys in the comments tell us what you want. First game we're going to talk about, we're talking Eastern Michigan, Kentucky off of that hard loss to Ole Miss last week. They're kind of in, I wouldn't say they're in like what they call wounded animal mode. I think that they went into Ole Miss, granted, thinking that they were probably not going to win that game.
They're going to come into this game like Alabama went into last week's game, and I think they're going to stomp a mud hole in Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
Easy win for Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm going to take Kentucky to win.
Next up, we have Alcorn State and Mississippi State. Another cupcake. Can't be overlooked, as we saw with Florida and USF.
Not to mention Mississippi State's kind of got some momentum right now. They're working their way up. They're 2-0 in the league right now.
Yeah, I picked them to win.
Yeah,
cupcake.
I'm taking Mississippi State to win that. Next up, we have UTEP and Texas. I'm going to take Texas to win, but I'm curious to see if at the start of this game, if Manning looks comfortable.
Yes, I agree. That's exactly what I was
saying. Because if he looks uncomfortable for 3 games in a row,
there's a problem.
There's a problem.
There's a big problem. So that'll be one to watch.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas to win though. I don't see UTEP giving them any issues.
We've got Louisiana and Mizzou. I don't foresee Mizzou having any issues. No. Stranger things have happened. Mizzou for the win on that one. For the win, not really much to say. I
agree. I don't see Louisiana going to Missouri and winning.
Yeah. Mizzou's had a good start to their season. I don't foresee anything happening there.
All right, and we got South Alabama going to Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Auburn. Jordan Hare. I don't see anybody going there and beating them.
Auburn. Jordan Hare.
Not a cupcake anyway. Not a power. Not a FBI.
It could happen, but I'm picking Auburn as well.
I'm going to take Auburn.
Those are easy games to pick. We've got Oklahoma and Temple. This one proves to be a little bit more interesting.
Who does the scheduling for this?
I don't know. I thought this one was strange.
What's going Oklahoma, my guys, listen. Okay? We got to have a talk. Look, if you need help, just call me, okay? We can work something out.
There's services?
Yeah, exactly. There's no reason a Power 5 team should be going to Temple or Power 4 team for that matter.
No, but
why are they going to Temple? I'm mad about it.
Well, nobody asked you to make the schedule, so sorry.
I'm mad about it. I don't understand.
Nobody asked you to make the schedule, just like nobody asked me to discipline Alabama's football team. The reason I said this one was interesting is because if any of these cupcakes are going to be an upset, I feel like Oklahoma, great game last week, but I really feel like Temple could be a potential upset for Oklahoma. I'm not picking Temple. Don't get me wrong.
Not with that
I'm picking up Oklahoma. But I'm just saying it is a little bit interesting.
I'm taking Oklahoma. I don't have the words to describe the insanity that's going on. I've been on this ever since I saw since I've seen the schedule. I'm like,
I've not heard the end of this.
Why is Oklahoma going to Temple? Are they still paying? Are they still paying them to play them?
I don't know.
Like, somebody messed up here. I don't know. Oklahoma, if you need help, it's okay. Those are the cupcakes. I mean, SEC should handle business. It would not surprise me for an upset, though. Given the year.
No, with what we've had in the past.
Some would surprise me more than others. Probably UTEP, if they went to Texas and got that win, I would be very surprised. But
that's a whole other can of worms.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in the reaction video. All right, so now we're actually getting into conference play. Mm-hmm. It's the third week of the year, third week in college football. This is SEC openers for a bunch of teams. One game in particular, this game sticks out in my mind. Like, there are bigger games.
Yeah, I agree.
But this game right here is interesting. You got Vanderbilt going to South Carolina. Mm-hmm. South Carolina is only a 4.5-point favorite.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
South Carolina's ranked.
Yeah, I think it started the week at like 8 or maybe a touchdown, and it's dropped tremendously. Vanderbilt isn't ranked, which I think is injustice to Vanderbilt for the season they're having.
Well, and I think that Vandy, I really think they could be ranked. I don't think that they should be underestimated going into South Carolina. No. And I'm surprised that other people think that they're only going to be a lose by 4 points to South Carolina. But at the same time, I'm not surprised because I think that with Vandy, they went to Georgia one year and beat them.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to discredit Vandy at all, but Vandy's not ranked. South Carolina is. I do genuinely think this could be a close game. It really just kind of depends on the atmosphere in South Carolina on Saturday.
I'm with you. I kind of feel like this is a trap game in some instance because
South Carolina will.
Well, because Vanderbilt has always been the team that in the SEC that's always been on the lower rank. They're in a weird space.
They're not expected to have a good season.
They're not expected to go
8-0,
9-0.
Mm-hmm.
We're expecting 7 wins, 6-6 records. We're not expecting wins from this team, but they've slowly crept in. They did it last year. They beat Alabama after Alabama just beat Georgia. They've been taking these teams to the wire, and I wonder what kind of headspace South Carolina's in. Because, yes, you're playing Vanderbilt, but on the flip side of that, you're playing Vanderbilt. A team is going to show up, and they're going to want to win.
It could really go either way.
It really could. I am going to take South Carolina. I trust them more than I do Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's going to have to prove it to me. But if they win this game, I'm going to be looking at Vanderbilt a lot closer.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Do I really think Vandy can come and beat South Carolina? Absolutely. However, I think South Carolina has done a lot to their program, and I think they're really trying to keep that number 11 where they're at right now.
And and let's not forget, there's an argument saying that South Carolina's quarterback, Lenore Sellers, is the best quarterback in the country. That's an argument. You could make an argument. He hasn't looked like it in the past 2 weeks, but
I'm not saying Vandy can't win. I'm just saying, me personally, I think I'm going to choose South Carolina for this one. I'm not making that one too interesting.
It's one of those things where you're going to have to prove it to me before I believe it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to have to see it.
This next game is the one that will be interesting, but not as interesting after the loss from last week. I know you picked Florida to go to the SEC Championship. But next up, we've got Florida LSU. I picked LSU to go to the SEC Championship. Florida was a possibility to play them. Georgia was a possibility to play them. Texas was a possibility to play them. Mm-hmm. I didn't even consider Alabama for obvious reasons. Go back and look at the other episodes. I digress. I am obviously going to pick LSU here. Nussmeier, keep up the great work, and the rest of the LSU team. I mean, But I do understand it could be a really close game because Florida's probably going to be really mad that they lost that game last week. Florida could very well come out and beat LSU. I probably should pick Florida, but I'm going to pick LSU.
This is a classic of, like, I really think that this game is closer than a lot of people are giving it credit for. Florida coming off that huge USF loss. Not only was the loss bad, but there were videos circulating of UCF's coaching staff celebrating on the way out of the building with Florida's coaches walking right beside them.
Well, not only that, but the team was taking, as you would if you wanted a stadium like that. The team USF was taking pictures on the logo in the middle of the field and just taking their dear old sweet time.
Here's the deal. Here's where I'm at with Florida. Right, you had a bad game. Notre Dame had a bad game last year. There's still a whole season in front of you. This is going to tell me what kind of coach Napier actually is. Are you a coach that can get your team back fired up after a bad loss? Are you a guy that can refocus and get your team back on track? I think DJ Lagway, if he plays good, we don't know what. He didn't really get to practice during the offseason. He had some kind of lingering injury. I think that played a part in the way he's looking right now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull Florida because I just feel like LSU's got to lose some of these games. Like, I don't see them going undefeated. I think that this is a trap game for them. They see Florida just got beat by USF. They are the number 3 team in the country. I think they overlooked Florida. At home, they're thinking, I got home field advantage. They just got beat by USF. We're LSU. We're going to win this game. We're the number 3 team in the country.
You and I had this conversation earlier in the week. We may have even talked about it on our last episode. I pick LSU, and I think they can win, but I'm not naive to the fact that, Florida just lost to USF. They're going to be mad. They've got a really, really rough few weeks ahead of them.
Oh, yeah.
This is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
They play LSU this week. They play Miami. And Texas is in there.
Georgia's always in there.
I mean, they just have a really rough few weeks. So my thinking is, okay, they lost to USF. Will they use that to fuel them, put a fire into them so that they don't overlook LSU, Miami, Texas, Georgia, and win more of those games than not? Will this be one of the games they win? Or will it not?
I'm not sure. If Florida doesn't win this, if they go into Death Valley and they just get a mud hole stomped in them, LSU by like 42.
Yeah.
What's the conversation with Napier? He was on the hot seat last year. He got it saved by the end of the year. Had lightning in a bottle that nobody knew about with DJ Lagway.
I think you look.
They're already calling for it. Some fans are already calling for his job.
Yes. That's been all over social media all week. Personally, I think you give him another week, and then if he loses to Miami, then you start talking. Now, I'm not saying. I mean,
what record at the end of the year would he have to save his job?
I'm thinking he needs to go at least bare minimum 8-4. But don't forget they have a really tough schedule.
They have a really tough schedule.
But with USF loss was not the one to lose.
No, I'm with you.
You got a lot. You put a lot of seasons down.
I agree with you. I think 8-4 probably does save his job. I think that if he doesn't at least beat one of his rivals, I think if he loses to LSU, Georgia, and Tennessee,
How about Miami?
Miami, yeah.
Any of these games.
If he loses any of these games, it's going to be a rough time for Napier. I'm not sure they play Tennessee.
I think the issue is
look at that.
Florida really didn't have a whole lot of room for error in their schedule. But I'm picking LSU with the understanding, Florida could win. But I'm just going to pick LSU.
I'm taking Florida just because I feel like I said, I think it's a trap game for LSU. I think that I think this will give us some insight into what kind of mentality both these teams have.
How they compare.
And how they compare.
Yeah.
Like, how does LSU compete knowing that Florida just lost to USF?
Yeah.
And how does Florida bounce back from a loss like that? I like it. Next game. What's your favorite team? What's your favorite team?
I don't dislike them. I'm just.
Your comments say otherwise.
I'm just in disagreement.
I'll wait for Alabama fan to find you. This is gonna be fun.
I'm just in disagreement with how their head coach handles the players. Like I think that was very clear in my rant on the first episode.
Anyway,
but whatever.
Getting to the game, they played Wisconsin at Alabama. They played this game last year in Wisconsin. Alabama went up there, handled their business. Wisconsin obviously in the Power 4.
Yeah.
Bama's playing really good at home. They might just be a home team this year. They might just struggle on the road, which it happens to teams. I'm gonna take Alabama to win this game. I'm hesitant on it. But it is Wisconsin. I'm not too afraid of Wisconsin. I think Alabama can handle their business. They're gonna have to get into league play before I actually start questioning some things. And I will question some things because after this game they have a bye, and then they go to Georgia.
I almost just changed my mind on my pick. I told you who I was gonna pick beforehand. I almost changed my mind. But I'm not going to. I'm picking Wisconsin.
Wow.
Not by much. Don't get me wrong. I'm not picking them by much. I'm thinking.
Just to put that in perspective for you guys, Alabama is a 20.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
That's.
Let me say this. Okay. I'm going to go on record and say.
Okay.
My mind might be changed a little bit if Alabama beats Wisconsin.
We'll have to see. I want to see.
And I need a bye week from them.
Yeah,
I just need some space.
I want Alabama. I want to see what Alabama. I want to see some better things. Ty Simpson, I feel like maybe needs to make some better decisions. He's still not. He's not the quarterback that's going to take over a game. But if he's going to be a game type manager, like I think that Alabama's wanting him to be, he's got to play that part. So I got to see a little bit more from Alabama. They had the horrible loss to Florida State, and then they had a cupcake. Wisconsin's at least a little bit better competition for them. So we'll learn a little bit more about this Alabama team at least. But I'm going to take Alabama. You're taking Wisconsin. It's interesting.
Next up, we have Notre Dame and Texas A&M. This is a really good one.
Texas A&M going on the road to Notre Dame.
I had to pick Notre Dame.
What? I can see it. Notre Dame is a 6.5-point favorite.
I don't want to discount Texas A&M. I think they've got a great thing. I really think that they've got a good thing going for their program. But what I saw the past couple weeks, I'm not seeing the same. I don't know. Just in watching them play, I was not as impressed the past couple games with what I saw at the end of last year.
Here's the deal. And this is where I've watched a lot of people talk about this game. This is one of the primetime games. This game means more, in my opinion, to Notre Dame than it does to Texas A&M.
They want to prove they can beat an SEC
Not
team.
Not that. This is the only ranked opponent Notre Dame has scheduled, other than the first week when they played Miami.
So they need to win this game to prove that
they are off of a bye week.
Should still be.
So Notre Dame is fresh, but if they start the season 0-2 and they don't have, and none of their back end scheduling wise, the teams they scheduled on the back end, if none of those teams get ranked, I don't know if they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know if a 10-2 it's been a conversation for forever, all week. Can a 10-2 Notre Dame team with no conference title, because they're independent, they don't play in a conference, will they still make the playoffs? I'm under the impression they won't. I think that there are some teams in conference play that will jump above them, especially if they don't have help on the back end of their schedule. I think this is a game Notre Dame has to win.
I agree.
I think this is a Notre Dame team that is hungry and has a bad taste in their mouth. In saying all that, I'm taking Texas A&M.
Of course you are. Of course you
I'm
are.
taking Texas A&M. I like what Mike Elko's doing. I think he's bringing his team up in that kind of, we're going to grind it out. We're going to play these games. We're going to learn. We're going to do our identity. And when SEC teams travel well to Notre Dame, I mean,
we'll see.
I'm taking Texas A&M. I'm taking Texas A&M strictly because I think that they're the better team.
Okay. We'll
That's where I stand on it.
I just wish I could see, and maybe Texas A&M will prove me wrong in this game. We'll see, but Notre Dame for me.
All right, next game, SEC matchup. We got Arkansas at Ole Miss.
I haven't picked this game yet. Gonna go with my gut. Ole Miss.
Yeah, I like Ole Miss. This game is always played really hard between both teams. Sam Pittman, I love you. I think you're doing a great job this year. I think Ole Miss has Ole Miss has just got your number. And I think
Lane Kiffin's got this.
Yeah, I think the point spread is a good point spread. I think it's at 7.5 for Ole Miss. I think it's a little low.
I think they can win by 14.
Yeah, I think they're going to win outright. If Arkansas can pull the upset though.
We'll be talking about that next.
Oh
week.
Man, it'd be.
If they pull it up.
You Hog fans will be going nuts on everything.
Yeah.
It would be great for your program. I think the hill is just a little too steep.
Yeah.
I really do.
All right, last one.
This is the game everybody's been talking about.
This one makes me nervous.
This one,
UGA Tennessee.
There is so much disdain
between the two,
and not so much on the Georgia side. I feel like Georgia fans are just like, it's Tennessee. It's just another Tennessee game. It's fine. Like, yeah, it's going to be hyped up. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Yeah, it's going to. But let's be honest, Georgia fans, you guys are like, we'll come out on top. Don't worry. That's dangerous for them.
It is. I think Tennessee fans are really hyped about this game.
Oh, they are.
I think that they know they can beat Georgia, and if Georgia doesn't prepare, I'm picking Tennessee.
Wow.
I'm picking Tennessee.
Okay, so
just from what I've seen, I got to pick Tennessee.
So Georgia is a 3.5 point favorite in this game, and I've watched a lot of content creators. I've watched a lot of analysts. I've watched a lot of stuff being talked about on this game right here. And some people are leaning Tennessee, some people are leaning Georgia. It's really probably about 50-50 down the media space. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take Georgia, and I'm going to tell you why. Kirby Smart's done this.
Yeah.
It's so hard to bet against Georgia in these games. Like a lot of people, I go back to last year and when they were going to Texas and everybody was picking Texas to win that game outright, and Georgia goes in there and just completely and just takes over the game.
I'm not saying Georgia can't win the game. I think they can. My concern is I haven't seen enough from Gunnar Stockton yet to have enough faith in Georgia to beat Tennessee. I think Tennessee is going in. They're number 15. Georgia's number 6. I think they're seeing this as a great opportunity to get in that top 12. I think they can.
But that's always kind of been the scenario. Like, except for minus 1 year when Tennessee was ranked number 1 and went to Athens, and we all saw how that went.
Yeah.
This game is going to be decided, I feel like, in a couple key points. I think whoever runs the ball the best.
Yeah.
For a lot of people who think Josh Heupel is a throw first, spread you up, no.
Yeah.
That's not what he does. He wants to line you up. He wants to play physical line of scrimmage, and he wants to run the ball. Georgia does too. Whoever runs the ball, whoever's got more rushing yards is going to have an edge in this game. I think whoever can make the most turnovers. I think turnovers are going to play a big part in this game. I think special teams is going to come into play in this game. These are things that don't usually make a difference in a football game. They do, but they don't. And I think whoever can make the opposing quarterback most uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's going to come down to whichever quarterback is more comfortable.
Who's going to make more mistakes?
Yeah.
Gunnar Stockton or Joey Aguilar. And both these quarterbacks play similar styles. The difference that I've seen is that concerns me for my pick is Joey Aguilar can hit the deep ball. He's proven it. And he's accurate. But he doesn't always make the best decisions. Gunnar Stockton makes better decisions. So it's really a coin toss. You can pick whoever you want in this game.
There's going to be so much going on in that stadium.
Neyland's going to be rocking.
It's going to come down to, for me, whichever quarterback. I mean, I know it takes a whole team to win a football game, but for me, it's going to come down to which quarterback is going to be able to dial it in, focus, and make the best decisions in that electric of a stadium. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be wild.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be wild.
But I'm taking Georgia because it's kind of similar to what I talked about with South Carolina. Georgia like I said, Georgia's been there. They've done that. They've won at Neyland a few times. Gunnar Stockton hasn't, but Kirby Smart has. He knows how to prepare his team for this. And Tennessee has. It's been 8 years.
But that doesn't mean that Gunnar Stockton. I don't think he can prepare Gunnar Stockton for the electricity in the stadium as far as teaching him how to calm his nerves. That's going to have to be Gunnar Stockton in his head, getting himself right.
Yeah.
And Joey Aguilar is going to have to do the same thing.
But he's going to have an advantage because it's going to be quiet when he has the ball.
True.
When Tennessee's got the ball, that stadium's going to be.
Yeah. We'll see.
Crickets.
You going to change your pick?
No, I can't change. I'm not changing my pick. There's so much stuff in this one game for both these programs.
I agree.
Tennis,
both of them need this win.
Oh, 100%. For what this win can do for you going into the rest of the season, what this game sets up for you, it gets you 1-0 in conference. Mm-hmm. It gets you a win over a top 25 team. Yeah. It gets you a ton of momentum going forward, and plus it's one less loss on your resume.
Yeah.
For that 12-team playoff. And here's a weird scenario. I don't think either one of these teams. I think they both need this win, but they don't need this win. If that makes sense, they both play high-ranked opponents going forward. They both have chances to prove themselves. This is more or less just bragging rights for the fan bases, and that is one of the most beautiful things in college football, and especially in this conference in the SEC. Bragging rights mean something for fans. 100%. I know a bunch of Georgia and Tennessee fans, and they fight like they're all cool and friends, but on this week, they are mortal enemies, and they talk smack, and they do all these things. And Georgia's had it for the past. That's why I say it's like, it's just Tennessee. Don't worry, we'll go in there and handle it. It's fine. That's the mentality Georgia fans have. Yeah,
but that's a dangerous.
It's very dangerous
because Tennessee fans are thinking,
we got you this year. We got you this year.
They think they're all that in a bag of chips, but they're not.
And Tennessee fans really want, because they got the Florida monkey off their back. They got that a few years ago. They got the Alabama monkey off their back. They got that twice, and a lot of people. They got it while Saban was still there. Mm-hmm. Heupel got that win. Georgia, that team in red and black and silver breeches. That's the team. That's the new monkey on their back that they can't seem to shake. I'm looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to watching this game. I still think Georgia goes in there and gets the W. I think Georgia goes in there with the mentality we're going to run the ball.
Who won last year?
Georgia. It's been 8 years since Tennessee's won.
Why was I thinking Tennessee won last year? Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why you don't remember the game from last year. I'm gonna let you ponder that for a minute.
Yeah.
But last year was a good game. Tennessee was up 10-0 for a while in last year's game, and Georgia come back and beat them. They led Georgia at Neyland.
You were watching the game. I was.
You were out of it.
Yeah. I was in the hospital.
Yeah. Georgia's led at Sanford and led at Sanford 10-0, and Georgia came back and beat them. They've led at Neyland a few times and Georgia's come back and beat them. Heupel is in this weird paradigm where if he sees Kirby Smart on the other side of the field, if Tennessee jumps out early, for some reason they can't sustain. They can't sustain it. Can Tennessee finish it this year?
Yeah.
Can they get up? Can they keep it? Can they run the ball? Can they not make mistakes? This game is going to come down to the trenches, running the ball, and who makes less mistakes. That's the short and sweet of it. Did we miss anybody?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
If y'all didn't get to see the end, because
we had this whole debate last week.
We had to cut it out, but we missed some teams talked about last week. So I'm
just kidding.
Saturday is going to be a huge day for football.
It'll be interesting to see which one of us predicted the most games correctly.
Yeah, it will. I want to throw one more game in this. I didn't talk to you about this beforehand.
Okay, all right. Mystery game of the week.
Yeah, it's not in the conference, obviously, and this is the ACC podcast.
I think I know who you're talking
but
about.
I think it's fun to bring in some search
stuff.
I know because we love college football.
All right.
This is a fun one. I saw this on I saw this on one of my podcasts. We got Georgia Tech and Clemson playing.
I knew you were going to say that.
We have Georgia Tech and Clemson
I
playing.
knew it. How are you going to make me choose between these two? Are you serious right now?
Here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal.
God,
I mentioned this game because number one, I think it's just hilarious the point spread on this game. It's last time I looked, it was like 3.5 points for Clemson. I think it's hilarious. And if you live in the ACC footprint like we do, you're kind of in that ACC footprint as well. These two teams are completely and utterly despised amongst a lot of fan bases, and I think it is just hilarious to think about.
Okay. I'm picking first. Yeah, I'm picking first, and you'll understand my pick. I have to honor my brother. To honor him and his memory.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would want me to pick Tech. I'm picking Tech.
I'm picking Tech as well. I think Tech's going to win this game outright.
Really?
Because it's being played at Atlanta. Clemson has not looked like Clemson for a long time now.
But they made the playoff last year.
They made the playoff because they were a conference champion. They did not deserve that, not by any means. There was a bunch of teams last year that didn't deserve to be playoff teams. And I'm sure we'll talk about that closer to the playoff time. But
I'm picking Tech.
I'm picking Tech. I think that's something fun we can throw in the show a little bit. Because, yes, we are an SEC-focused show, and we love the SEC, but we also love college football.
That was our mystery game of the week.
We love college football. So we'll probably be doing that going forward. We'll call it the mystery pick of the week.
I'll pick the mystery game next week.
Okay, that works. I like it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a great time. If you don't mind, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the show.
Send it to a few people.
Send it to a friend, please. If you lasted this long, if you watched the whole episode, you obviously.
If you just skip through.
Yeah, do it anyway. Also,
send it
off. We're just talking college football. We're talking ACC football. We love this sport. We love this conference. And yeah. And from our home to your home, or to your car, or to your work, wherever you watch it, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Peace.